The back of Housing Commission houses in La Perouse, maximum security prison, razor wires, high security inmates, murderers, everything.
Walking out onto Maroubra Road, Anzac Parade, and every car was pumped because of the racial tension.
It's where they place all the pedophiles and that once they get released.
The little white flats, the little squares.
I'm Spanian. I was raised in the housing areas of Sydney City. Spent most of my youth and adult life in prison. And after a total of 13 years, I'm free and I'm out and about, flying around, sussing out the hoods all over the world. It's Oj.
First, to a developing story at Maroubra, where a police officer has been stabbed and a suspect shot dead.
The resident was shot in the left thigh after a heated exchange with a group of people in the stairwell of his Maroubra unit just after 9 p.m.
Accused pedophile Nick Newman critically stabbed one officer before others opened fire inside a Maroubra hotel.
Everyone, welcome back to Into the Hood. We're going to South Sydney. This is going to be a big spin out for a lot of people. A lot of people only associate Housing Commission areas, crime areas of Sydney in the western suburbs or the inner city. But this place, South Sydney, the Rabbitohs territory, most specifically, most notorious is Maroubra. They refer to this place, Maroubra, as Mount Druitt on the beach. And not only is it referred to as Mount Druitt on the beach, but the amount of Housing Commission that's there, where we're going, is actually way more than Mount Druitt itself. It's actually Sydney's highest rate of Housing Commission since Aids in Campbelltown, where we done our episode, the Campbelltown episode, had its Housing Commission destructed on most part. One of the places we're going today, near Maroubra, has New South Wales' highest rate of Housing Commission. It's Daceyville. At 69% of the houses there are Housing Commission. This is the up-to-date list. Daceyville 69%, Aids is 58, Bidwool, which is Mount Druitt's highest, is 58 also, Claymore 54, Miller 41, Villawood 36, Tregear 32, and Shelby 31. I know that's a spin out for a lot of you to hear. What? Sydney's beaches, Maroubra, 69% Housing Commission. Not only that, it is double the state average in crimes across the board and a bit over double for violence. So I think yous are gonna be very shocked at the reality of Housing Commission and crime areas in Sydney. We're gonna catch this light rail to South Sydney, right? It goes halfway to where we're going. There's no train line that goes out to South Sydney, and there never has been. So we're gonna catch the tram halfway there and then jump on an express bus. The first stop we're gonna get at is gonna be Daceyville. We'll go for a little lap around Daceyville on this cold winter morning, just get a feel for what it's like being a place that is pretty much 70% Housing Commission. When we're done there, we're gonna jump on the bus. I'm gonna meet one of the lads from Instagram. He's a DJ, he's a producer, and he mixes on Instagram. His name's Mr. C. I think he has a YouTube channel too. I'll put his channels up now on the screen. He's from around that area. He's specifically from one of the areas we're going called Hillsdale, which is next to the area I'm meeting him at, which is La Perouse. I'm meeting him in front of Long Bay Correctional Centre, probably the most infamous jail in Sydney, old school jail, held a lot of notorious people, 100-year-old jail, right? And I'm gonna show you this Housing Commission area down there at Long Bay, La Perouse, that is built on the fence of this maximum security jail. There is Housing Commission houses with their backyards and kids playing in it, built on razor wire fences with maximum security inmates behind it. What the is that, cuz? That place is called Bilger Crescent. That's a very notorious area in South Sydney. The fact that that even exists and it's been like that for a long time is fucking mind-boggling. Can you imagine living in a Housing Commission house and it's just inmates behind you? Like, I won't get into too much detail, but I know people that have been on day leave as trusted inmates from Long Bay Correctional Centre that would like put the thing on their leg and then just go in and straight to the flats, get some goods. Imagine living in them flats, lad. People walk outside the jail, out the jail gates, straight into your flats and start fucking doing their thing. Juniors Kingsford, 5 minutes. So the next one's ours. We're gonna meet Mr. C there at Bilger. He's gonna take us to Hillsdale. Then we're gonna go up to the biggest part of where we're going today, and that's the flats around Maroubra, Lexington, Duffy's. That's the part that got the name Mount Druitt on the beach. That's the yarn, bro. Let's cut. We're at Kingsford now. This is where we're getting off at. Daceyville's next to Kingsford. 2 stops. The last stop is ours. So this is Juniors Kingsford. This is where the tram ends. That's the South Sydney Juniors RSL club there. Pretty much from where this tram ends, all the rest of the suburbs, this is where the Housing Commission begins. There is 10, 12 suburbs going down that way, full Housing Commission, with no train, no tram. Even this tram here, this light rail, this is new. This has only been around for like the last decade. Pretty much to get to any of these areas, this is like a dead pocket of Sydney. There's a bus. You got to catch a bus from the city. It's just a bus, bro. No trains out here. We're off here. This is Kingsford Shops. Once we go through here, this is the start of it on the other side of this building. All right, now welcome to Daceyville, Sydney's most Housing Commission area. Who would have thought, eh? Eastern suburbs of Sydney, on the beaches. This is how the flats are here, mate. Hood 2011. You know, straight out, I've never been. What the hell? It says Hurus, lad. It says Hurus, bro. What's this? Hurus, 1, 2, 3, 4. At the door, talk about investments. I'd be more playable if I wasn't full of resentments. Hurus, bro. What's that? Guys, this is crazy. That's actually the first flat I've ever been in Daceyville. These are close to the areas I grew up in. Redfern and Waterloo is actually part of South Sydney, so this is the greater South Sydney, and I've just never come down here and been in the flats. Like, I'm not too accustomed with how it is, you know?
Yo, bruh.
What you doing, lad?
Follow you, man.
Do ya?
Yeah, all the time, brother.
I'm having a little suss around Daceyville, and we're doing into the hood, my brah.
Yeah?
Yeah. You from around here?
Actually, I grew up in Waterloo, Redfern.
Oh, in Waterloo, Redfern, yeah. I was just saying how close Waterloo, Redfern is to here, and talking about South Sydney in general, and
Yeah.
I'm going down to Bilga, and then going up through Duffy's, all the flats there and that, having a suss, meeting one of the boys there.
Yeah, good on you, bro. Yeah.
What's it like here nowadays?
It's quiet now.
Yeah.
When I moved out of Waterloo and Redfern, me and my missus, we fell pregnant. Didn't want to bring our kids up there. You know. I done hoops and Nick, and I didn't want that for my son, mate.
Yeah, 100%,
so
100%.
Moved out that way, mate, and life's been great, mate. And what you do is awesome, bro.
Thank you, brother.
All right, brother. Thank
All right,
you,
my
man.
brother. Good to meet you.
You take care,
Take care. I just thought it's very important to include this part, Daceyville. You know, as chill as it is, it's 10 in the morning on a Tuesday morning. There's not going to be people hanging around the streets screaming this and that. It's chill. But I thought it's very important to go and have a look through Sydney's highest housing commission. You know what I mean? We can't skip this. It's very significant. Before we met that lad from Waterloo, I was just saying, I wouldn't take it so far to say that the boys from here are the same boys from Waterloo and Redfern, but when we're in jail, us city boys, right, we meet boys in jail that are from like Maroubra or Daceyville or Lexington or something. They're the same as us. In the jail sense, right? They're the same as us. We see ourselves like, bro, you're one of the boys. Do you get what I mean? I wouldn't say on the streets that it's the same case, but it extends enough to prison, to we're the same. We're from the same area, you know? A lot of these housing commissions would honestly be full of a lot of old people. It'd be full of a lot of old people around here. Having said that, the crime rate is over double the state average in Daceyville and close to triple for violence. So it ain't a good place either. See the houses here? Very old style, like OG Sydney government housing, bro. You know how I feel about the housing commission here? It's like when this suburb was planned out. This is gonna sound funny, but it's like it was planned out with love. It's like they didn't say, we're gonna make a full housing commission suburb and everything's gonna look the same. It's like they sat there and they thought, you should create a house like this and like that, and then make this like look at the shapes of them, bro. They're hectic. They're actually really mad houses, bro. You know what I mean? This is how I think of day civil. More of just of these things, these pathways that go into a little estate type of thing, you know? There's a walkway between them, straight across from day civil public schools. Like you'll be real cheering if you got one of these, you know? Let's see what the backyards are like. I'm not gonna lie, the backyards are pretty house though, but no wonder a lot of people I know from like Redfern and Woollow and stuff have moved to Daceyville. Because if you get one of these places coming from Waterloo, you're fucking cheering. Now some of these are houseoed out, but they're not all glamorous. The fronts look glamorous, but have a look. Cooler bar. Am I tripping, or do they always give Housing Commission flats in South Sydney anyway Aboriginal names? Maybe they're just Australian names. I don't know. I'm trying to get political. It's just observation. There's heaps of these blocks. 2035, 2036. They're the postcode around here. You'll see that number a lot in the suburbs we're going to. All right, you get the gist of Daceyville. We're gonna head up to Anzac Parade, the main road here, jump on the 390X to Long Bay Correctional Centre, meeting Mr. C. Let's go. Here we are, outside of Long Bay Correctional Centre. It still feels weird, bro. I've been locked up here. What do you mean? I'm not just saying that because it's a jail. I've been locked up here 3 different times. I think 2009 for a year. I can't remember exactly. I know it's been 3 different times. I probably spent about 3 years here. There's a lot of jails in there, actually. It's not one complex. Low security wings. There's a few massive, it's a massive jail. Massive jail. Over 1.5, close to 2,000 inmates in here. This is not the jail fence, by the way. This is just for the car park, in case you think that's the fence. No, it's not the fence. Mr. C, what do you want, day? I'm just having PTSD on camera, Adelaide. Oh, so bro, you grew up around here, right? Or everywhere, or just generally around here?
Technically Maroubra.
Oh, yep.
But I did my mischief in Hillsdale.
Yeah.
And then up these ways was like this is towards Lapa. So Maroubra and Hillsdale is back those ways.
Yeah. Just a couple suburbs back, eh? Yeah. But how spin out is this where we're going? Bilga. So this place is quite a notorious place. Even in, I don't know amongst you lads out here if Bilga is any substantial thing, but even in jail, there's a lot of lads that are from Lapa, and they always say, yeah, Bilga lad, Bilga. It's just a spin out that it's built on this prison. I've never been there. I know people from there, and I hear about it all the time, and I've seen the pictures and I heard the yarns, but I've never actually walked through it.
There's Bilga, Namatjira, and then there's the Mission.
Wait, what's Namatjira?
Namatjira is like 3 big units, like 3 big flats, like massive flats.
Yep.
They're on the other side of the road. The cops used to say, you know why we built that Long Bay? It's a reminder for you Aboriginal to keep in line. It's a reminder we'll lock you up. So there's history here, man. It's crazy, man.
Oh, so they're saying that's why you're here. This is why you're living next to this prison to remind you black stuff, and pretty much. So that's how they'd say it. They wouldn't say it politely like he said it. Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole thing. Indigenous make up 2% of Australia's whole population, but 28% of the prison system.
Yeah.
So in saying that,
some prisons it's like 80% of the prison, hey. This area is actually very significant to Aboriginal people. This is where Captain Cook landed.
Exactly.
And the people here are the tribe of the original people who either fought or got killed by, whichever way you want to look at it, Captain Cook himself, yeah.
It's crazy, man.
It is, eh? This is Bilga here. This is the prison. This is what I'm talking about. That's Bilga there, that first street. Like we're touching the fence. I wonder if there's another place in Australia where the housings are built fence to fence with a maximum security prison. It's very unique, eh?
This place, Long Bay's been here for 100 years.
Yeah. I think it's been here since the 1800s. Yeah. It's like 1890 or something like that.
It kicked off early, but you can imagine the history in that. If Captain Cook got here in 1788.
Look at the houses here, bro. Straight off the bat. Look at these little things, lad. Look at these little things. Sorry, but that's bodgy house though, bruh. That ain't like the ones at Daceyville were walking past mad houses.
No, Daceyville's hectic.
Mad houses, bruh, look at this. That's El Bodgeroo, lad. There's a whole complex of it going up there. Look how deep it goes. Cuz, what? Look how tiny they are. It's a room. That's a cell, lad. They went out here and built an extension of the jail, Adelaide, and just called it Freedom. And they got a rough out here. Look, that is their whole house. That's their whole house, that. Let's suss out these. Because all these are on the fence of the prison, eh? That's what I'm saying. On this side of the street, this left side, the whole way up, the back of the houses, that's the prison. This is the actual prison fence. If I jumped from my backyard over this fence, I would be in trouble for trying to like get onto prison property. There's prisoners on the other side of that. And like I said, that's not a shitty bum prison. That's one of Sydney's most notorious maximum security jails. There's murderers, there's everything in there.
Nowadays, man, it's like quiet over here, man. Like,
Yo.
I'm sure there's still domestic violence and shit that happens, and drugs is like a thing. Like when I was walking through Lexo the other day, it's like I still saw similar shit that would happen back in the day, but it's just not on that level anymore. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
90s and the early 2000s.
Everything's watered down nowadays.
It is, man. It is.
Yeah. This is going to be a big eye-opener for a lot of people who wouldn't think Sydney's beautiful beaches has this behind nearly every back street.
Bro, the beach is 5-minute walk.
5-minute walk, yeah.
Golf course right on there.
The flats here are actually pretty bad. This ain't no nice version of houses here. They're actually pretty bad. They're up there.
Pilga, it's like Koori,
Yep.
Aussie, and everybody else in between. Then other areas, like we'll get to it after, like Hillsdale was like where all the, if you will, like where all the cleaners lived back in the day, the janitors and shit of migrant families. Serbian, Croatian, Assyrian, a lot of Turkish.
Oh, dead set. I would never have expected you to say those nachos. Yeah. They've legit built an extension of Long Bay Jail out here.
You can imagine what that does to someone growing up here, and that's all you see, and then you look across the road and then there's like...
That's a very good point, bro. Imagine this. Imagine this. This is where you grew up. By no choice of your own. You grew up here. You drive out and every single day you see maximum security prison. Like, this is your life. Bro, these backyards can actually see. It's not even blocked. You can literally see through. In Eds, the school and the houses are connected to the Juvenile Justice Centre. What about this? What about this?
Colombia used to come out, man.
Yeah, Colombia has mates out here.
When I was younger, we were the younger ones, and he would come out.
Yeah.
And the boys would be like, "Be careful around Tommy." I'm like,
oh yeah, he had a little name.
Yeah, he's alright.
Colombia, eh? Too many machete attacks, lad. He got himself a name. The back of Housing Commission houses in La Perouse, maximum security prison, razor wires, high security inmates, murderers, everything. The fence ain't even. We can walk on prison property here, eh? Look. Oh. Look at this. Yeah, sirens go off. You gotta admit, it must be easy to chuck the boys things over from here. If you got one of the boys that live here in Bilger Crescent, Adelaide, throw me over this and that. All right, bro, wakes up out his back window. Oh, sledge, just there. What are you doing, Adelaide?
Yeah,
Spanian bar.
Yeah, pleasure, bro.
What's your name?
Big Trey.
Trey, how are you, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. Yourself?
This is your hood?
Yeah,
mad.
Yeah.
How long you lived around here?
I've been here for about 9 years.
9 years?
9 years, going on 9 years now. But La Perouse, all that area, Lexo. I grew up down Lexo for a couple of years with Kobe D. Kobe and that.
Yep. That's another Aussie rapper.
Yeah, I've been here for about 9 years, bro.
Yeah, mad. I keep spinning out on this prison. Brother, you live in a fucking prison, bro. Like,
backyard, bro.
You must be able to see guards with guns every now and then, cuz.
Every now and then you hear them popping off the like, what are they, the big sand guns or something?
Yeah.
Every
Do
now and
ya?
then, bro, yeah.
When the boys go off?
If it's real quiet and that, just
Nah.
in the background and that, bro, yeah.
That's craziness, lad.
Yeah, was there, bro? We got the high school just around the corner, Matto Sports Itis.
Yeah.
Most of the locals.
That's just back up across from the jail,
back
eh?
up that way across the other side. Bro, the amount of times we had to lock down the school because there was an attempt for an escape and that kind of shit.
No way.
Like, yeah, bro. Dangerous growing up right across the road from it, you know what I mean?
Bro, do you hear that? So people attempt to escape or do escape, and it becomes like a thing like...
The school has to get locked down.
That's crazy.
You can't leave the classrooms or nothing, like, shut down, bro.
Look, community centre,
That's what I used to.
bang. Here, you can actually, you're under the site of the guard towers. I'll show you these towers have guards with guns in them. That tower there, that's a perimeter control tower. There's a guard there with a proper gun, not a beanbag gun. With the beanbag gun he was saying before is if the boys go off and sometimes they shoot like beanbags instead. On the prison fence patrol, they're proper big rifles, lad. So they sit up there in those towers and every now and then they'll come on those balconies with the gun. Watch you in your back windows. Watch you hanging your undies out.
Like all areas, you know what I mean? It's every area's got their story and that, you know what I mean, growing up. And I think in the later years it has gotten a bit, you know, a lot more sweeter.
Yep.
It's all right, like especially with the community centre and that, you know what I mean?
Yep,
Like
yep.
If you're doing tough and that, they fix you up with food stamps, all that.
Oh, so that still functions, the community centre?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, they do hit the programs for the younger generation, all the young kids and that. They'll get like fellas coming out and doing sports programs and shit.
Yeah, mad.
If you come down, bro,
Yeah.
it's getting better. You know,
mad,
there's a bit of progression, but like every area, it's still got its issues. You know what I mean? And I think with this area, one of the biggest issues is just the drug and alcohol consumption. You know, the drug abuse.
It's still a thing?
It's still a thing, bro. 100%.
Yeah.
I'll take you down the back in a minute, bro, for a walk. I'd like to say that it's moving.
Oh
towards
yeah,
the
I
right
can see him in
direction.
there
There's a bit more
having
progression.
meetings there now.
Yeah,
man. So this recently built the basketball courts. Oh, and in little soccer pitch too.
Yeah, this is probably like maybe 2-3 years
Yeah.
fresh.
Brother, there, how many blocks are here?
Yeah.
Like, have you ever estimated? I swear I've counted over like close to 40, lad. There's a lot here.
Yoga, bro.
Yeah.
Down the front when you walk in, you got all the pedos and that. Like if you didn't know, yeah, you didn't know, yeah.
No, tell
down the
me.
front, bro, yeah. It's where they place all the pedophiles and that once they get released. Yeah,
The little white flats, the little
bro,
squares.
white ones, yeah.
I went in there. Cuz when I went in there was an old man walking out. I'm not saying that he's a pedo. I'm not saying 100% confirmed. But he's saying those places, we'll go back there before we leave because I want to suss that out. So tell me, brother.
So once they leave prison and that's where they put all
The pedophiles, the sex offenders,
all the sex offenders. And
they have that little housing
all
unit.
those little units there.
Those little white ones.
Yeah.
Cuz that's so weird. So they put them outside the prison fence in this, and do they do anything that you know of to try to keep them from not doing? It's like, do they watch them extra carefully, or
I'm not sure, bro.
they probably just got a free reign, eh? Just put them there and cuz. Imagine living here, right next to a maximum security jail, where people escape. Your high school gets lockdowns because people are climbing the fences, and right at the front, you drive past a whole collection of pedophiles every day. That's savage, cuz. Bilger Crescent is savage, lad. True, if you think about it like that. You know where they should put them? Behind that fence, bruh. Back behind the fence, lad.
So you got all that section down there for all them future.
Yeah.
And then in the centre, probably where you're walking down, it's all right, you know, a few families and that for your kids and whatnot. But down here, bro, this is junkie alley.
Oh, this is the drug part.
This is the drug part. One of the units here, bro, was that my cousin used to live here. Kicking back, having a session, chilling, and then upstairs started arguing. So I step out on the balcony to try and get a clearer view of it, like listening in that. The argument went from the lounge room to the balcony. 10 seconds later, bro, piece falls down from the 3rd story.
No way.
I look back to at my cousin and just confirmation, bro. You saying that? I'm not tripping out. You saying that too? I look over, bro, and she's just all mangled and that,
no way.
blood pouring out of her head, and all I could remember, I still hear it, bro. All I remember hearing was just her trying to gasp for air and that. Bro, it was the most ruthless thing ever.
That's crazy, bro. That happened in one of these flats here.
One of these flats, and the spin is because we knew they were high stealers and that. Police ended up rocking up. Couldn't say enough.
Yeah.
It was, it's.
Yeah. Yeah, you couldn't.
And then.
You don't want because you don't want to be careful what you say.
It was just absolute, bro.
That's crazy, bro. How long ago was that?
That was maybe about 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
4 or 5 years.
Well, but these ones are actually hammered bad, bro. Smash windows.
Yeah.
They mow the grass at least. So we're at the arse end of Bilger. That's the end of it.
Water right there.
Oh, really? Full ocean views, bruh. What's the closest beach to here?
Little Bay Beach.
Little Bay Beach. Oh, that's Little Bay Beach. All right, mad. And the next beach down would be La Perouse then.
Yeah.
And the next beach up is Malabar. All right. If you're mad, Ila Dain in the back of Bilga, you got ocean views. You love on life, lad. Eh, Tony Montana, lad. Let's oge.
Perouse and that down the bottom.
Yup.
Ice alley down the back there. Junkie alley.
Ice alley.
Ice alley, yeah, that's it.
Oh, is that? I didn't ask you though. Is that the drug, ice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's still like the heroin and shit too. Like.
Oh, so there is gear down there.
Yeah,
heroin?
there's all of it, bro. All of it.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, it was just copious amount of yarn. Like, yeah, you know yarn, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Man, what do you mean,
No,
bro?
I don't know. Good answer. But nowadays, it like just like everywhere, bro. It's just the heavier drugs that are just flush, like just pushing it all out, and that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like these apartments here, you find most of the families and that, all the young kids and shit.
I gotta ask you.
Yeah.
Where do you eat? Where's the hot food store?
Wait, nah.
Where's the food?
Sonny's chicken.
Yeah, bro. You got to
Sonny's
Sonny's,
takeaway?
bro. You got to go to Sonny's.
Chifley?
Yeah, it's Chifley, but it's still. It's
Is that the place you told me about ages ago? There's some chicken store.
Sonny's chicken.
I remember, honestly, 2 years ago, he messaged me. He goes, "Bruh," because do the food. It's all eats. He goes, "You gotta go to this chicken store near Chifley." And how far is that? Say for you as a local here, no car.
I'll walk there, bro.
Oh, you can walk there.
It's
Oh, so it's not
maybe
far.
walk there.
All right, yeah,
maybe
mate.
walk.
But there's no convenience store in all of these.
Nah, not down here. No. If you want like groceries and that, you got to go down a little bay.
Yeah.
But the food works down there. A couple of cafes if you want some coffee and shit.
Yeah,
Making rolls and that.
Back to the pedophile housing conversation. We've doubled back. We've learned that this is pedophile housing, lad. I don't think I've ever gone in somewhere that has been designated pedophile housing. Before we go in there and start judging people, I don't want to walk through and I just see an old bloke and I'll just be like that. Is it 90% pedophiles?
Yeah,
100% pedophiles?
Like I don't know the.
All right, yeah.
I don't know the
All right.
statistics on it.
Let's suss this out. I'm going to ask him, is this pedophile housing? Brother, where's the hot food? Where's the hot food? Do you live here?
Yeah.
You live here? Yeah. Where's the hot food here? No hot food around here. How long have you lived here, brother?
1 year.
1 year. What is this? What is these flats here? The flats here, is this housing commission?
Yeah, all of them, yeah.
Oh, from people from jail.
I'm not sure.
Oh, is some people from jail, some people not.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh, you're not sure.
Yeah.
Somebody told me before, crazy thing. Somebody told me the white units here is pedophiles.
Not me.
Not you? How did you live here?
When the coronavirus.
Coronavirus?
Give me this place.
They gave you this place.
I was homeless, yeah.
Oh, you were homeless.
Yeah, the government don't want anybody to sleep in the street.
Yeah. But you didn't come from jail.
No.
Oh, you never been to jail.
Oh yeah, I come to jail actually, yeah.
Oh, you did come from jail.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened? Why did you go to jail?
Just lot of different story, you know.
What's the worst one?
Black and Ender.
What is it?
Black and Ender.
What's that?
Just go into your people's house. Your back.
Oh, break and enter.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, mate. Bye. I'm just hunting for pedophiles right now, lad. Adelaide, where's the hot food? Where's the hot food? Where's the hot food joint? Maroubra. Is this housing commission? Yeah. How long you lived here? I live here next door. 10 years. You know what somebody told me? That these flats near you is a lot of pedophiles. Do you know this? You don't know. Do you know any of your neighbors? You don't talk to them? All right, bye. They just close up when I say that. Even when I said there's a lot of pedophiles, he just went full quiet and I said, "Do you know this?" He goes, "I don't know." I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to say anyone's anything. I'm not allowed to say anyone's anything, and but it's the yarn, brother. Anyway, that's Bill Gardley. Thank you very much for showing us around, bro. Legend, lad. Hectic. Take care, my brother. Later. That's Sydney's Housing Commission on the maximum security Long Bay Jail. We're heading to Sonny's famous chicken store, lad. It's a spot for the boys down in South Sydney, bro. I heard the chicken wings are mad too, lad. That's the thing, huh?
They're the best, bro. The thing about Sonny's, man, they're rude because they can be, because they know the chicken's good. You know what I mean?
All right, man.
And you imagine the abuse.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can imagine what they'd cop.
bro,
Yeah.
all the screws, you always see the screws from Long Bay there.
Do ya?
And then you see the young kids and they're like, nah, give me that. And they're like kicking off.
Oh, so it'll be all the screws, all the lads from the houses, all the boys from Matcherville High. Yeah, all right, mad.
Every time you order, you say, oh, yeah, let me get 4 chili chicken wings. They say, Gaye! I'm screaming, Gaye! You're like, yeah, so no, wait outside.
Oh, yeah, what are they? Chinese?
Yeah.
Chinese, yeah.
Beautiful family. They've
Yup.
been here for years, man. Like, long time.
Mad. I might be just a lazy bloke, but if I had to walk from Bilga this far for a feed, I'd be spewing. I'd be spewing, bro. The famous Sonny's takeaway food. Thank you. Oh wow, they even got Chinese stuff. So they do Chinese and like traditional hot food stuff. Yeah.
This is like 1982 in here, you know what I mean? They never renovated.
Oh, so if it doesn't go in a deep fryer, it doesn't exist here. All right, yeah. I'm thinking of like new chicken stores with like pickles and Greek salads and this and that. Oh, so this is it. This is the chicken wings happening. Yeah, mad. Hectic. Let's go. Wow, cuz. Hectic. They're massive too.
It is, man.
Alright, let's go. Let's get into
with
this.
MSG, man.
I love I love that. I love the chives and the chili and the garlic. Yum. But they're hectic. What is that flavor? It's so unique. That batter is full flavored out. Like you said, MSG galore.
MSG galore, bro.
MSG galore.
Cancel straight away.
Yep. Anyway, we're pumping these and we'll get back to it. They tasted hectic. Very unhealthy. I can tell already. Yeah, if you're into health, don't go there. But wow, cuz they tasted mad. Mad Asian style. The garlic, the chives, the fresh chili on top was mad. I don't know what it was, but some type of mad seasoning in the butter. I can't put my finger on it. And with the sweet and sour sauce, that was a good choice. Well,
Amen.
well.
Amen.
So this is the middle of the flats in Hillsdale.
Yeah, Britannia Crescent, Nilsson Avenue, Grace Campbell. Mostly the houses here are like private owned buildings.
Yeah, I was gonna say that because these don't look like these aren't housing commission. These are just fucking cheap ass low income housing, eh?
It was red bricks.
The red bricks, yeah.
Early 2000s. It was Assyrian families, Turkish, Samoan, Tongan, indigenous. Some indigenous, not too much. Most was our Lapa.
Yeah.
And Chilean. That
And
was the
Chilean.
main national here, and a lot of the families were like, you know, they were janitors. Or they were. This is like that little suburb that just gets skipped over.
Yeah.
But it's fucking huge.
Yeah.
Like Hillsdale is massive, and it's just bricks.
It's all like this. You know what this reminds me of? This street in general. This is how I picture the limited amount of times I've been through East Lakes.
Yeah, it's like East
It's like
Lakes.
East
literally-
Lake. East Lakes is another. We're not going to get there, and I can guarantee you there'd be a whole bunch of people in the comments like, "How didn't you go to East Lakes?" What? But I can't go to all of them, cuz just like we couldn't go to South Coogee and we couldn't go here. It's like I had to pick a few. But this is how East Lakes is a housing commission suburb, but a lot of it's private and it's all like this, lad. It's all like this. Yeah, a lot of Sydney's poor areas are actually like this. They're not all housing commission areas. Some are like, if you go on some of Sydney's poorest areas, you'll find Campsie exactly like this. Lakemba, exactly like this. This is like a print of a lot of, and we've actually never done it into the hood in places like this. They've all been housing commission, but places, but yeah, Wiley Park, places like this. See this? Like this is how it is, cuz. You know what I mean? But all of these are private. But you know why you find that this poor area had a lot of more migrants as opposed to the other poor area, because the migrants wouldn't be able to get housing commission as easy. So it's like the Australians and the Kooris and stuff would get housing commission a lot easier because they're citizens, so they'd be over in Bilga and stuff like that. And these people would be straight off the plane, janitors and stuff like that, cleaners, and they'd be, back in the days, would have been paying $130 a week rent. Yeah, exactly. So even though now he said that still a 2-bedroom here is $590, that's nothing in Sydney. Like, especially where we are, $590 a week. You can live in the back of Penrith for $590 a week. Like, that's nothing in Sydney. Like, look at this. Like, it's as bad, if not worse, than sometimes you prefer to live in Housing Commission than low income flats, because Housing Commission has some type of like services and repairs. Look at this. These flats are rough, bro. These flats are rough, lad. These owners of these blocks have just given up, I'd like. This is just flat out hundreds and hundreds of blocks. Look at this. This is craziness. We've gone past dead set over 100 cars.
That's the whole section of Lexo and back.
Yeah.
So it's like South Maroubra. Yeah. But it's
Oh, they call that also South Maroubra.
South Maroubra.
Oh yeah, or Lexo.
Lexington Place is the center, and then the village, like
South Maroubra Village Green,
like outside of that section.
Yeah.
And then South Maroubra.
So officially, like that's the suburb that all of that is actually in is part of Maroubra.
Yeah. That's all Maroubra. Like that's South Maroubra.
Yeah, South Maroubra.
Yeah, man.
Cause I didn't know there were that many. No wonder have you ever heard of people coin the term? It's like Mount Druitt on the beach.
Yeah,
a lot of people describe Maroubra as that. That's why. So we crossed the road here, and we're crossing into the housing estate called or known as Duffy's. These are like Campbelltown.
Yeah, it's like
This is like Minto or Claymore or something like that.
Yeah. It's like houses.
Yeah, this is that style of house though. So many lads growing up that said they're from Duffy's. Lads in jail that said, I'm from Duffy's. Yeah, never had a concept of what it was, and this is exactly what they're talking about.
So I'll state for the record, I'm not a Bra boy.
Yeah.
I'm not a Lexo boy. If I claim anywhere, I claim Hillsdale. Mm-hmm. But surf culture, with the beach just being down there, that was a great escape for a lot of troubled kids to go to the beach and then, and do what they do and learn how to surf and
it would have been,
that hence the Bra boys.
So do a lot of the Bra boys come from these flats,
areas,
from these areas?
Duffy's, from Lexo, even some from Hillsdale. There's, boys from there, they catch the 377 and go down.
But
I know a little bit of the history because I went to primary school with the older, with some of the like middle generation, not the older founding members, but the younger. There would be dramas from other areas, like boys from East Lakes, sometimes boys from the West would come. But not too much from the West. You know? 2005 Cronulla riots. I remember that.
I remember that. Yeah.
Bro, I remember Maroubra got pumped, and I was filthy at. No disrespect to anyone in Cronulla, but I was dirty at Cronulla. Because I'm like, we didn't even do anything. Like it was.
Cronulla's very far from here.
When the Cronulla riots happened, I remember being a kid and walking out onto Maroubra Road at Anzac Parade, and every car was pumped because of the racial tension that happened in the Shire. But the cops, they blocked all the roads from right on the sands on the way there, and so a lot of like infuriated people from the west, they turn around the car, they let's go to Maroubra.
They just go Maroubra second because the Bra boys had a name. Obviously, they associated Cronulla, Aussies. They done it. Bra boys, Aussie gang, second best target. Let's go get them.
That's it.
Long story short,
and that's not the case because Maroubra was so multicultural. Man. It was like
half the Bra boys were islanders and stuff.
There was islanders. There was some Arabic. There was like Brazilian. There's heaps, man. But it's that's just the common misconception of like from west to east.
Yeah.
Where I was like, nah, man, like they're like, nah, it's east, it's not. I'm like, bro, there's struggle there too, man. Like, I know, bro, it's crazy.
There's a lot of riots back, you know. I miss those Redfern riots. Not long after, Macfield's riots, Benny Robertson, rest in peace. Redfern riots, TJ Hickey, rest in peace. Not Benny Robertson, Matty Robertson. Yeah, car chase. He died in a car chase. I was mates with him in juvie. Wow, look at this. This is a ghetto little house, lads. This is a ghetto little house. No. So it just keeps on going like this. Up there. Hey, how are you? I'm Spartan. I am the Spartan. I love when they call me Spartan, lad. Leonidas. I should answer like that. Yes, Leonidas. Someone's got chucked up a mad pair of gel quantums. I've actually got those in my shoe collection.
This was originally, I think it was like naval bases. They used for a section of this as naval bases, but it was public housing.
Oh yeah. So they gave them names to make them familiar with their home.
The streets.
Yeah.
I think it was World War II.
Yo.
I got a fact check.
Yeah.
But
whether it's true or not, it's a good yarn.
It's still.
Yeah.
But you'll notice all the streets are American names.
Yo. Oh, everything's blocked off pretty well now.
Used to be open.
Yeah. They've made a good effort to block every single block off. Full OG public housing, eh? Go on, lad. Can I have life? It's OG. Lads in our flats, lad. Bougainville. I love this. Welcome to Bougainville, Maroubra. Oh, so this is Lexington Place here.
Yeah, this is Lexington Place.
And this street, these shops, central to all the houses. All right, bro. Now I know. This is Lexo. This is straight in the heart of Maroubra houses. You know, so these things I keep spinning out like, oh, I haven't been here. I haven't been to all the hoods that I go to into the hood. But the thing is, these hoods are so close to home for me. These hoods are just the next hood down from Sydney City, from the hoods I grew up in. These hoods are South Sydney, same district as Redfern and Waterloo, just the greater South Sydney. So this is what I mean when I know the boys from here, or we hang around in jail, or I always hear about it, but I've never walked through it. That's why it's significant. I keep saying, bruv, finally I'm at Lexington Place. I'm at the shops, you know. Is this how it's always been? Yeah. These shops here?
Like this, like South, all this wasn't here.
Yeah.
It wasn't just glass, it was like bars.
But yeah.
The legend was like, someone lived on top of the bakery. The baker that owned the place would come down and turn on the machines every single day, and the person upstairs lost it one day, couldn't stand the noise.
Yep.
And came down and murdered the guy. So that was
dead set.
Yeah, this is a while ago, a long time ago.
But someone lived in those flats up there.
Yeah. And they would lose it, and then this is when I was a kid, bro. This is what I heard coming up and growing up, and every time we would come through here,
murdered the bloke that worked in there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like this, man, like barbers and shit, bro. It wasn't like this.
What is this? The hub. Oh, like a community center. Oh yeah, mad.
Yeah.
The song. Is that your ringtone? You can't hear me. Remember I said they're mad South City fans? Hey, how are you, brother? What are you doing here?
We're cooking for all the needy.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, brother. Yeah.
Yeah, nice, bro.
Yeah.
Barbecue, hot dogs, drinks.
Yeah, come out here every fortnight and help out. Do a barbecue.
That's grouse. That's grouse.
It's a conversation, an ongoing conversation about what they need. Is it just essentially food? Is it clothing? Is it what their essential needs are so that we can have at least a decent standard of living in this area? Or what else until they can help themselves? It is about building autonomy. We try as hard as we can up at the salvos to have food relief so that they can start to help themselves, and at the front desk we've changed our ethos so that we can put them onto the right services. If you've been there, done that, you've put footprints in behind you for people to walk that path. And so that if we can put that hand out to be like, this is where I've come from, this is what I've done, then someone can come along and walk those footsteps with us.
Yeah, nice. That's very, very deep. Are you putting me on the spot and asking me what they are?
I've always wanted to know, what did you need as a kid that would have stopped you from going down that path?
Wow. I wish I had that answer. I can't speak for the kids in Maroubra, but for the kids where I'm from, Redfern, Woolloomooloo, probably to have not look up to heroin addicts, not thought heroin was cool, and not to idolise going to jail. That was the biggest thing. It's a cultural thing.
Glorification.
Yeah.
And every kid in this area gets stuck with the glorification of what it's like to be good.
Yep.
And then what are they stuck with? Who are the role models? So I think as a community, Anso, people that are walking down this path now, what role modelling are we going to do now? How do you go from like being in the shit? How do you go from like going from being locked up or losing custody of your kids or going through DV or being a perpetrator of shit? What are you now going to do that gets passed down and has a trickle effect onto all the kids? And we forget the kids are really intelligent. They pick up everything.
Yep.
They see everything that we do. But even you, like making a change in this world, you have laid footprints for these kids. You don't kids idolise you.
Yep.
Yes, you do.
Yep.
They tell you all the time.
Everywhere.
That's why you're out here doing this.
Yep.
More boys need to be like you. It needs to be taking these footsteps.
Yeah, it's easy to expect that off the boys. In prison, in the last 10 years of my prison sentence, I was a bit sort of like that. Had the yarns of a youth worker and a drug and alcohol worker, and the boys just pretty much hated me for it and pretty much all turned on me. And the more that I spoke like that, to say those things to them, they just hated my guts, they despised me, and until this day, they don't like me because of it. But they don't matter to me. The people that matter to me are the people who have already decided that they don't want to live that way. And then they can see people doing things, and then they can take lessons from that, I guess. Yeah.
Give them your tools.
Yeah.
They need to learn tools.
Yeah.
We can't save people.
Yeah.
Just because we've been there, done that.
You can't save no one.
Save them, but
You can't
can
save
put the
anyone,
hand out
yeah.
to the people that want to be saved.
Yeah. If they don't want to do it, they don't care what you do. They think that I think I'm better than them, or they think that I think they're scums, or whatever they think. They think the way they think, but
Yeah,
that's what happens.
Not so long ago when I became a sergeant for the Salvation Army, a lot of people come up and having a bit of a crack at me, but you know, like, hey, what do you do? At least I know where I'm going, where I'm at, so that's what's important.
It is. At the end of the day, what you're doing is most important, bro. You're not here to save the world, but you're here to play your part.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and help.
Yeah. I say that to people too, mate. I'm not out to save the world. I'm here to play my part.
Yeah.
And people say, what are you doing? I say, I'm living my life, mate. You take it how you want to take it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Really good to see you down here because there's a lot of problems. And it's not just the people getting up to mischief. It's like all the oldies are suffering because they're too scared to leave the house. They're too scared to ask for things. And all the resources go towards everyone that's doing the wrong thing. So, and they're all vulnerable. They need the help.
Thank you. Thank you, brother.
Good
God
stuff.
bless you, man.
Thanks
Good to
very
talk to you.
much.
Good to talk to you.
Pleasure.
Hey,
Take care, boys.
Later. Hey, Ian. How are you, bro? Hey, good to meet you. Doing, lad? This your gym?
Yeah.
Yeah, mad. What do you do here, bro? Boxing, fitness, CrossFit type of stuff, eh?
Fitness.
Fitness.
Well, I started like MMA based.
Yeah.
Some background. And more than that.
Yeah. Did he not? Did he not know?
No, I didn't tell this.
Oh no, sorry.
I just didn't say nothing, bro. I was like, no.
Usually when I have people on Into the Hood, they know they're about to be on Into the Hood.
No.
This is a surprise attack with one of the Oi bays from here, bro. I'm saying to Mr. C, I'm saying, bro, keep it on the low. Like, don't tell everyone. You got to tell the bloke that's in it.
Charity here too on Saturdays.
Yeah?
Yeah, called Street Buffet.
Street buffet.
Yeah.
They're running salvos down there now
Yeah,
too.
I
It's
do
mad.
here in Willow as well.
In Woollow as well?
On Sunday.
Oh, do
I
ya?
do here Saturday, Willow Sunday.
That's hectic. And what do you do?
Serve food.
Yeah.
People
Mad.
need.
Yeah, homeless people and that. Yeah, mad.
Here's more people in need.
Yeah.
They're housed, but got to
Yeah.
fill that gap.
Yeah, fill the gap still, yeah. And you always grew up around here? South Maroubra?
Maroubra,
Yeah.
Mascot, City.
Yep.
Oh, bro, I was everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
As a team.
Yeah. How long have you been here for, in this part?
With the gym?
Yeah.
Since last June.
Oh, last June, yeah, mad. And it's quiet around here nowadays, or?
Now it's a new generation coming through.
Yeah. What are they getting up to?
Kids, everything.
Everything?
Yeah.
So they're back to troublemakers?
they're starting.
Yeah.
Apprenticeship.
Yeah, apprenticeship crews, eh?
Yeah. So I bring them in here, I get them to train a bit, burn some energy and that, but then they go out, they're off again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do what I can. I don't allow bullying. A lot of bullying goes on here, so I don't allow that.
Oh, mad.
And some have drifted away from that because I blow up them because of it.
What do you do? Your martial art, I can see the ears. What's your background?
I fought K1.
Oh, K1?
Yeah, in Japan.
Oh, crap, in Japan?
Yeah.
Well, so you know my coach, Peter Graham? Oh. He's a full K1 professional kickboxer in Japan, lad. Oh, Adelaide. Wow, spinning back heel to the forehead, lad, later. So that's the life you lived. You grew up around these ways, got into martial arts, and then took it professionally?
Initially, yeah, no, I went off track for a while. I went off track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drugs or prison or?
Yeah, boys' homes.
Boys' homes, yeah. Went back on track?
Went back on track when I was about 17, yeah, just stopped everything.
That's cracker.
Yeah, created new values in my life, you know what I mean?
Yup.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah, that's mad, bro.
I followed it, I fell in love with it and followed it.
And then nowadays you're just doing a gym with the young fellas and that?
Yeah, I started out with fitness and that because I didn't want to deal with fighters. I know how fighters are. But now I'm going in that direction. I've got a lot to give.
Yeah.
So
hectic. Thank you, Ian, bro.
Yeah.
Nice, bruh. That's the work, lad. That's the hoods of South Sydney, Adelaide. That's the hoods of Rabbitoh territory. They call it Mount Druitt on the beach, lad. We've gone through the whole thing. Here you are, bruh. This is the truth about Maroubra. Mr. C, you're a legend, bruh. Thank you, eh? Thank you for those hookups. Legend, bruh. Let's cut.